this vibe. Come in, come catch this energy. Tap in, friends. Because listen, there is a lot going on energetically, but we're about to hone it all the way in so that you can receive this message. I'm not even going to make you wait, because this morning, as I was getting my coffee, and if you got your tea, it's okay, I don't judge. As I was getting my coffee this morning, I went ahead and pulled 3 cards, and I sat on this message for a while, and I'm like, what is coming from this message right now? Just to give y'all a little bit of background, for me, I'm in a state of peace right now. Like, there is no chaos happening around me. There's no foolery, no BS happening. So the way that I read energy is from a different perspective today, and I'm totally cool with that. So I'm sitting here looking at the 6 of Cups like, girl, what are you telling me? And I got it. It dawned on me right before I sat down. And that's why I'm an intuitive speaker, because if I think on it too long, the message is not going to come. So this is how we're going to tap into this energy. Come on, vibe with me. So listen, I want y'all to take a step back. I want you to take a full step back. It doesn't matter where you are in your world right now, whether you are in the center of chaos or if you are in a state of peace or somewhere in between. I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to breathe out. And I want you to take a full step back and look around at everything that you survived thus far. Okay? I want you to take a step back, and I want you to recognize how blessed you have become through all of the things that you have decided to not put energy into since you've learned your major lesson from the last cup of BS that you had to deal with. Okay? This is very important. It's important because when we reflect, when we look back, when we take a moment to look at the ruins that we have crossed, that we have left behind, it's imperative that we understand that we were in the middle of that. That chaos that left that ruins, we survived that. That wasn't nobody else. That was all you. That was everything that you put your heart into. I'm talking about you put your heart and soul into people who did not care whether or not you lived or breathed, okay? You put your heart and soul into situations where you wanted the favorable outcome, but the environment did not choose you to leave in a healthy state of mind. You survived situations where your spirituality was put to the test, not just your spirituality, but everything that formed your mind at that time. It was getting kicked around in the environment that you left that is now in a state of ruins. I want y'all to take a look at this. Look at her. This is the 6 of Cups right here. I need y'all to take a look and follow me down this path of this imagery. First of all, homegirl is all the way chilling in some huge coliseum. You listen to me on my podcast, you follow the imagery. And she's sitting far enough back away from the edge that she's comfortable. She's got 5 cups around her. Now, the 5 of Cups in itself symbolizes that you are in the midst of emotional turmoil. Okay? Y'all following me? Tap in, friend. The 5 of Cups itself represents that you are in the midst of emotional turmoil. It represents that you have decisions to make, and that on the other side is a bunch of BS, and on the side that you need to be walking towards is peace, understanding, away from the chaos. In this 6 of Cups, she is surrounded by 5 cups. That means that she is not far removed from the chaos. She's not far removed from the BS. Just like a lot of us are not far removed from situations that we've been through that totally hurt us. And I know we could think that 5, 10, 15 years ago is a long time ago. In the span of emotional healing, it is not. Some of those scars live with you forever. Sometimes it takes another lifetime to elevate or to heal or to understand those scars. But I want you to catch these T's. Right over here, do y'all see her? Right over here is the 6th cup. It is close to the edge, and at any time, homegirl could just tip over and fall back into the waters. Okay, that's what's up. I hope that you and them hit the like button on this, because this message is about to tap in. So here we go. I want you to take a step back and look at everything that you have dealt with. I want you to recognize how powerful you have become to even get through the situation at hand that allowed you to be able to sit back and be like, whoa, I see all of this. This is a chill vibe. I want you to understand that these messages are going to roll through because, okay, if you 10, girl, you got to get up out of here. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up because I was watching a reader the other day who pulled the 9 of Wands and said that 2025 is going to be the year of the 9 of Wands. It is, in her words, mildew or bust. You're either going to go down or you're going to elevate fighting. And I think this is such an important conversation to have, especially when we reflect on the levels that we've been through in order to win. And when I look at this 6 of Cups and I look at homegirl sitting back and looking at the ruins on the other side of this, it immediately takes me to, what was that like? You can see she's in a portal now. This is a portal that she is looking through of reflection. It is a portal to sit back and say, whoa, I actually survived that. I won that. And whether or not you are in the midst of another chaotic moment or you are in a time of peace, the fact of the matter is you're not starting this new. You know what it's like when the chaos is trying to cross your riverbank, your emotions. You know what it's like when you have somebody trying to test you and your intuition is letting you know that the vibes are not right. I need you to continuously tap into what your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, what God is telling you to tap into and pay attention to, especially because you've been through it before. Do not discount the fact that you know what it's like to rise above the bullshit. Tap in, friend. The other thing that I get from this imagery is that this body of water is deep. You can tell it is deep. There's a lot of movement happening underneath. And when we get to understand that, when we look on the other side, like right now, we're just sitting back looking at all of the ways that we have survived the absolute most of people trying to do things to us and situations that we put ourselves into, trying to be the best people that we can. And God said, don't give these people your time. You gave the people the time anyway. Been there, understand. I want you to pull back with me, and I want you to look back at the chaos and the ruins that were left behind because you decided to tell yourself, because you decided to make a move to say, not going to do that. Not going to deal with that. And the ruins didn't come because you purposefully had to mess stuff up, okay, in some nice words. It's because the chaos that ensued when you decided to say no thank you to that situation, here comes the BS. Here come people trying to tell you that you're making the wrong moves. Here come people trying to tell you how you should live your life. Here comes people trying to put spell work on you. Real stuff. Here comes people trying to tell you that you need to follow a religion, that you need to stay at that job, that you need to handle other people with kid gloves even though you don't get the same benefit. That's what ends up happening. And so now you got to turn around and you got to make moves that let other people know, CB, that you are not here to be taken advantage of. We are seeing it right now culturally, where you have people of certain cultures saying, I'm going to gatekeep my culture. I want you to do the same thing with your emotional, psychological, mental well-being. You are going to gatekeep what makes you tick. You're going to gatekeep what hurts you, your triggers. And you are going to start interviewing these people, these situations, these environments before you start giving yourself away. Why? Because we do not need to cross back over into this chaos over here. This is old news. This is ancient news, ancient situations. She's over here like, yeah, I struggled, but girl, I'm on the other side of it. But at any given point, this is where I want you to tap in, friend. At any given point, look at her. The 6th cup is on the edge. At any given time, you might feel like you are at a tipping point. Oh my gosh. Tap in. At any given point, you can feel like you are at a tipping point. That you could easily go back to the old you. That you can easily knuck if you bug. You can easily tap into the old version and cuss everybody smooth out. Let me tell you this, friend, you got to resist that. Unless it is for life or limb, you got to resist that. Why? Because when you cross this river, this ocean of emotions that's holding all of that energy that you poured into it in order to get out of this, when you cross back into it, you are picking up all of the dead weight that comes along with it. And you cannot do that to yourself. You deserve more than that. You deserve to not have to deal with the old versions of you that you are currently healing. A lot of this is trauma in this water. A lot of this is people who took advantage of you in this water. A lot of this are scars and wounds that's going to take a lifetime to understand and speak to. Yet for some ruins, for some chaos that you put to bed, and you got old people over here trying to trigger you, you gonna cross and tread through that water, through that deep, muddy water in order to address what? For what? For who? For why? That's what I want you to tap into right now. The energy that I am feeling is that a lot of y'all are close to this edge. The energy that I'm feeling is that a lot of y'all are truly ready to go and cuss a heifer out. Let me tell you something. That heifer is purposefully triggering you. I'm talking about the heifer down the street. I'm talking about the heifer in the house. I'm talking about the heifer at work. Okay? I'm talking about all the heifers. They are purposefully triggering you. It is not in your mind. You are not imagining these things. Come, say it. Tap in, CB. It is not made up. When you take the initiative, I spoke about this last night. When you take the initiative to say, I am done. Here come the roaches out of the woodwork, attempting to falter your plans of healing. Because y'all not even going to believe what I pulled after I pulled the Six of Cups. I pulled the Nine of Wands. Let me break down why this is so important, okay? Now, I know other tarot readers, they be going through a whole bunch of cards. We going through deep dives over here, okay? We going through full-blown energy channeled readings over here. I only need 3 cards to break it down so it can forever and consistently stay broke. Okay? This Nine of Wands, boom. We coming from sitting and looking at the ruins and the chaos to being at peace. Now I want y'all to check this lady out right here. Look at her. She fine, ain't she? She fine because she at peace, friend. Look at her. All of this that she went through, she's now in a state of peace. You can be in a state of peace from a chaotic moment, from chaotic situations, and still be in the middle of another chaotic situation. You can graduate from making young, bold decisions to making better decisions and creating order out of chaos. I need to be very clear on that. Life is ever changing. It is ever moving. We are going up, down, in the middle. There's a lot going on in the world right now that affects people on a molecular level, where people are having ancestral movements and awakenings within themselves based off of what's happening geopolitically, geoeconomically. So I don't want you to think that you have to always be in a state of peace, or if you get out of one chaotic situation that you can't be in another chaotic situation. Is what you do with the information from the previous lessons into this situation that makes you a stronger and better person. And did I say it? Tap in, friend. Tap in and like this video, like this podcast. So if we in Nine of Wands energy, let's talk about what that even means. Nine of Wands energy means that you have come to the point where everything got to go. Y'all know what? I was watching this movie. Let's go down this path. I was watching this movie from back in the day. It was Bruce Willis. What's his movie, y'all? Live Free or Die Hard. That's the name of the movie, okay? It's one of his later movies, okay, in the series. And in the movie, the whole point was this bad guy who wanted to do a fire sale. And the fire sale pretty much meant that you destroy all systems to create chaos so that the government can reset and function properly. That's a fire sale. Okay, in the midst of a fire sale, you have innocent people that are harmed. You have innocent people that are hurt, that are used as pawns in situations. Okay, that was the point of the movie. And then Bruce Willis came in, kicked the dude in the forehead, and all was well after that, right? That's how the movies go. It never happens like that in real life. What I'm telling you is that the Nine of Wands is your fire sale. That's what I'm saying. The Nine of Wands is you saying, I am deconstructing all systems that have not served me well to reset what needs to happen, to reset my functioning levels so that I can see the benefit of my work. Whether it's work on yourself, whether it's work on your finances, whether it's work on your emotional status, whether it's working on getting yourself a husband, a wife, a children, whatever the work is. The fire sale is saying everything must go. That's what it's saying. So now we have these juxtaposing forces that neutralize each other. We have the Six of Cups and we have the Nine of Wands. Water and fire coming through. One is saying, hey, I have emotionally dealt with the ruins. I have emotionally dealt with whatever this is that caused some of the greatest chaos in my life. I am finally at a point where I can sit back and chill and vibe. And while I'm here chilling and vibing, even though I'm still very much close to this situation, tap in, friend. Even though I'm very much close to this situation and like what I'm saying, go ahead on and hit the thumbs up. Even though I am here, I am going to reset the systems that got me into the ruins in the first place. Some of these systems that you went through are so lowbrow. Listen, hear me out, friend. Tap in. When I say lowbrow, I mean the immature version of yourself. When I say like lower functioning, I mean you were operating in a space where you just did not have the information to make the right decision. That is a growing pain. That is not, it's not exclusive. Okay, everybody goes through that. Okay, so when I'm telling you that in the chaos that you were dealing with before, when I am telling you that this is next level information that you are sitting in right now, and you're looking back on when you were making the wrong decisions because you thought you knew right, the fire sale is telling you completely just disregard that. Don't even go there no more. It don't even need to be rebuilt. You need a full-blown system. And that's what I'm here to help you do, friend. I'm here to help you realize that you can usher in a whole new spiritual construct for yourself. Tap in, friend. I'm here for you. I'm here to allow you to vent in such a way that you take your spiritual awakenings that are harsh, that are emotionally ending, that's career ending, where you decide to completely switch out something that you are passionate about to something you have to believe in that's going to make you happy, fulfilled, smiling, less stressed. Are you tapped in, friend? The job is to take you from here to creating an entirely new spiritual and emotional system in order for you to thrive. And we got to talk about that. This is the portal of reflection. And the reflecting part is not necessarily looking at you in the reflection. I'm looking down like I'm looking in this water, girl. But imagine you in a mirror. It's not just about looking at yourself. It's not about just looking in your soul. It is about truly understanding where you were that caused you such great distress that you could never, ever go back. Ever. And looking at the power that allows you to be more at peace, even in the midst of chaos. Don't be scared of chaos. Don't be scared of chaos. I'm telling y'all, as I keep rolling through these years, okay, as I keep traveling around the sun, girl, okay, that's going to be my way of saying getting older, okay? As I keep going around this sun, I find that even in the midst of chaotic moments in my life, whether they are self-inflicted or someone is a chaos agent and they show up and I have to, put in the work, I am still at peace. There is a foundation that I have built through my spiritual systems that allows me to be like, all right, so which chaos agent are you today? Okay, how may I help you? Access denied. Thank you for your service. Peace. You got to set up these doors in a way to where every time this chaos agent or these people or situations or environment, if they get through one buzz door, girl, they got to go through 1,000 more to get to the core of you. That is the point. And you're probably like, well, Cass, how do I set up these systems? Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Tap in. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That was an affirmation. Can we put that down in affirmation? Can somebody please type that affirmation in the chat? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Breathe in. Why? Because the breath is the spirit. Breathe out. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's the first thing you're going to do. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to look at all of the trigger points that irked the F out of you when you were giving everything to a situation, to somebody, to anything, your job, your kids, your spouse, your friends, your family members. Oh, because this portal of reflection is breaking generational curses. But that's another conversation for another time. But we're going to tap into that energy. Okay? Because somebody mama out there ain't feeling it. But what do I know, right? Whew. Sometimes I got to take a deep breath for myself. Where was I? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Number 2, you're going to look at the systems that did not serve you well. You're going to break it down. What allowed people to take advantage of you? What did you not know at the time that you know now that you would never, ever let somebody do that to you again, or a situation, or fall into a trap again? Look at the systems. And when I say look at the systems, I literally mean like take out a book, girl. Friend, listen, tap in. Take out a book and write down everything that you feel like was done by you to get you to that point. And then you're going to reverse engineer all of it. That's the third step. You're going to reverse engineer all of it, and you're going to look at the points in which the contention formed. Friend, tap in. I'm telling you how to usher in your new spiritual fire sale. Okay, I might have to rename this. Let's vibe and talk about the spiritual fire sale, girl. Oh my gosh. Tap in, friend. Tap in, God. Tap in. I'm not playing with y'all. 2025 is the year of the fire sale. Because while you get to reflect and vibe in peace, even coming out of chaos, you also get to rebuild yourself. 2 things can happen at the same time. You can simultaneously work on destruction and rebuilding at the same time. Destruction is not a bad word when you are doing it effectively, friend. Tap in. We on the same page here? Destruction is not a bad thing when you are doing it with intention. When you understand on a high level that some things must just be destroyed. There's a song by Red Hot Chili Peppers called, oh man, what's the name of that song? It's not Other Side. It's off of their Californication album. And it's actually one of my favorite songs. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it's like, the song goes like, everything must go. Looking mighty tired of the things that you own. Everything must go. Like, that song just clicks. It clicks. It's my favorite song on the album outside of Road Tripping. But anyway, don't let me go down that path, okay? So what I'm saying in this energy reading today is that although you can look back on the times where you were in the heart of one of the most destructive phases of your life that was brought on by your decision making, that was brought on by people who took advantage of your lack of knowledge. That's why I say my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Because you were ill-equipped and ill-informed to handle that the way that you would today. You can reflect on that. You can be in your state that you are now, still destroy all of that, and be in a place of building peace. That's why this is the portal of reflection and action, because two things are happening at the same damn time. Tap in. Tap in, friend. This is next level communication for you. I feel like the spiritual world has got you so focused on one thing at a time that it refuses to accept the fact that you are a multi-dimensional being, that you operate in space and in time, that you have multiple things happening at the same time, in the same space, for various reasons. The spiritual community sometimes forgets that you are pulled in multiple directions, and that sometimes centering yourself is one of the hardest things that you can do. Tap in. Where are my ADHD people at? You ever try to focus? I'm tapping in with you because it's okay to say, I am going to just get rid of everything. I've done it. I've actually done it live. I've actually come on live with a closet full of clothes and did a fire sale and and became a minimalist. Live. Tap in. Getting rid of expensive bags, getting rid of expensive clothes, and going down to a uniform. At that time, my uniform was a white shirt, black tights, and red sneakers. Tap in. Yes. So I just need you to understand that this portal of reflection and action, it is multifaceted. That's the word I'm looking for. It's multifaceted, it's multi-level. And you are not to conform, and you don't have to conform to somebody's one way of doing your healing journey. If something resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's for anyone that taps in and vibes. You hear what I'm saying? So before I go, let me leave you with this. Your word of the day is exuberance. This is coupled with enthusiasm. It's coupled with radiance, high spirits, elation. Exuberance is your word. Okay? I want you to tap in and use that word today in a sentence, in any of its form. And that's where we're going to leave this energy of the day. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I am really vibing like this new energy that I'm feeling. I did a lot of fire sales last year. I'm doing some fire sales right now in my own world. And I might just document how that rolls. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for chilling with me today. I will see you on the next live stream. Love you guys. Thanks for coming to my podcast. Peace.